Hi everyone, it's Martin from martinsmayhem.co.uk. I hope you're all okay. Today we're going to be creating this card that you see here. It's a cute little 4x4 card that uses some of our new product from the mini catalogue, but also existing products. So the Night of Flight stamp set, which you know is one of my favourites because I've used it so much. And the Gorgeously Made stamp set, which I'm just taking the sentiment from, which is You Are a Great Friend. But the product I want to highlight, which I've highlighted before, is not that one. Where is it? The embossing folder. Embossing folder. Don't know why I said it so weird. The Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder. It's here. It's on page 43 as well. Here, so it's within the All About Autumn Sweet collection. However, on its own, it's beautiful, and it's definitely a must-have. And I'm going to hopefully show you a way with this card of accentuating the embossing with gold leaf. All right, so shall we get started? Let's move that over to the top, and let's pull up the sleeves and let's go. So I've already got my card base and layer kind of already cut because I had it ready to go. So it's just 4 by 8 inches scored at 4. So we have a 4x4 square. And then the matte layer is 1/2 inch smaller, so 3.5 by 3.5. He says, I feel like I need to check. Yeah, 3.5 by 3.5. And that just gives us this nice border. So let's get straight into it. I'm not going to mess around. Ooh. I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. Here we have the embossing folder already good to go, and I'm popping that in like so. Put that down. Try and make it straight, Martin. Like that. And run that through. So you're going to need plate 1, I think. Yeah, plate 1 and plate 4. And just run that through. Like so. And as simple as that, you have the texture on that piece of card. So that's going to go away for a bit. I have realised I needed something which I don't have with me, but hey, we'll roll with it. We need some liquid glue, and we need our gold leaf, which I keep in this tin, which is magnetic. So you can see there all that gold. But that's blocking the light, so I'm going to move that out of the way. I am going to grab some scrap card. I've got a bit of scrap. And a bit of scrap here. And I'm just going to place a blob of glue like so. And I'm going to dip my finger in it. Like, you can use a sponge rubber if you want, but I'm just going to use my finger. And I'm just going to dab off a lot of the excess. Bring on little bits here and there of the glue. And what's going to happen is that glue is going to go tacky, which is what we want. And you only want a little bit. And the reason why I'm using my finger is because it's not going to be perfect. Because we don't want it to be perfect. We want it to be kind of a bit odd podge. See, that's way too much there. Like, you're using this to kind of accentuate the areas around. Okay, so that's going to go tacky, and I can just rub my fingers on my hand to get rid of the excess. That's going to go tacky, and you can kind of see where it is if you have good lighting. But I'm just going to bring that in here, tap it in like so, pick up some more the other end. And then you need a good brush. Now, this is like a decoupage brush. It's very hard on the bristles, but that's what you want. And just go in with said brush, knocking off the excess. If you do it into the container that you have for it, the better, because then you're not making as much mess. And you can see from that little bit how it's just coming together. And I mean, once the majority is off, you can go back in, add more if you want. Remember, you can always add more, you can't take away. I'm just gonna, okay, that's that. Move that out of the way, get rid of the glue. I'm just gonna put that straight in the bin because I'm quite happy with this. So then, I'm just gonna go back over it quite rough this time, just to get off any extra loose bits and see if there's anywhere else that I want. But that's looking pretty good. Even if I do say so myself, you can see where I've got glue on my mat, but I can wipe that off later, that's not a problem. So there you go, you have that. There's a lot here still. There you go. And if I just stand up, you can see where that's just picking up certain areas to highlight, which I think is absolutely fabulous. Okay, while I'm up, I'm going to grab my actual cutting plates for the cut and emboss machine, because we are going to need them. There's a lot for this video. I'm quite surprised because I didn't think there was that much, but hey. So bringing in our cut and emboss machine again. Here, can you see? You can see. You're going to need plate 1, 2 and 3. And then you're going to want a piece of just scrap card. So you can see here, I'd printed onto some basic white card. It didn't work, so I have used the other side. I've put down a piece of our adhesive sheets. So these are just sheets of pure, like double-sided tape. You're going to grab, now what have I done with it? So I know these are retired, but I'm never going to throw them away. It's our layering circle dies, because they're just so useful. And I'm just going to stick that over the top like so, and run that through. And we're going to use this as well with the gold leaf. What do I call in the catalogue? Gilded flakes, gold leaf. Same thing, it's just not gold. And I'm probably going to get told off for making that claim. Gold leaf, it's not gold leaf, it's gilded flakes. So, run that through like that. Now, you're not going to see the back, so don't be concerned. But you are going to want to peel off the side like so. And you want to try and get as full coverage as possible, so be careful with peeling off the back because it can come away. And you're just going to plonk that in like so. Get your brush. Oh, that's a big bit there. Stuck to my finger. And just scrape off the excess. And you're going to have this gilded circle, which just looks so opulent. And I mean, it doesn't use a lot of your gilded flake. Okay, so I've got quite good coverage there. I'm happy. Just gonna go over it. You can see there's a bit of white. Nothing sticks to it. I'll just angle my image over it. but you can see, oh, there's 2 bits. Let's try adding just like a little dab of glue. On them areas, and then let's see if I can just brush over some big bits, some of the scrap bits in, but I don't think I've actually put any glue on there. It's a lot of glue. Tap it off. And just try to use some of the bits that we've just scraped off just to fill it in. Like so. Okay. So there you have our... I really need to clean up after this. Our circle. It still hasn't covered great, but hey, we'll work with it for the sake of this video. You can just see there, it's just nice and easy. And now you could use like gold foil, but I think this just works a lot better. And it just makes me happy. So we're gonna put that to one side for now, and we're gonna do some colouring. So, ooh, you might have saw earlier as I brought it into scene, I've already pre-done half of my image. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see. But what I've done is what I like to do, or where is the original? The original's the other side of the room. I kind of made this card and then I forgot how I coloured it. So then it was like, oh, how do I remember? So I made a colour swatch that you see here. But this is great, but I'm a little bit anal. So what I have done is I've designed myself like colour swatch sheets so I can stamp on it and I can colour the circles as to what colours I use. I can put the stamp set name if I wanted to, whatever. Currently got a poll running on Instagram to see if people want this as like a free download. So let me know in the comments below if you did want to have this swatch. Across a sheet you get 8, which you can just cut down. So yeah, let me know. But I'm going to finish colouring this now. So you might have saw the colours. If I bring this back in, just so you can see. Am I still in shot? Yes. Okay, so I've got SU 300, which is one of our skin tones. We've got Crumb Cake, light and dark. And we've also got Wild Wheat, dark. Now, I've already done the Wild Wheat on this side. Why? I don't know, but I did. So, I'm going to do the other side of this image. Now, I've stamped in Memento ink onto Crumb Cake card because I wanted... When you colour onto different pieces of card, you get different effects. So if you did onto basic white instead of very, very vanilla, you get different tones because the base is different. But Crumb Cake is a fun colour to kind of use to colour because it's just a good base, like basic white and so on and so forth. So I've gone in with my SU 300. Because that's my darkest tone, and then I'm going to go in with my Crumb Cake dark. So that's the next tone down. Now I'm going over the SU 300 ever so slightly, just to blend in that edge. And then I'm going to go in with Crumb Cake light, and again just blending out that edge. And now because we're going Crumb Cake onto Crumb Cake, I'm not going to worry too much about blending or filling the whole lot because we're going to have natural highlights from where the cardstock isn't coloured. For the underneath here, I'm going to go Crumb Cake light. For the underneath, I'm going to fill the whole lot. Then Crumb Cake Dark, just along that edge where the line is. And that's just to kind of highlight the difference in colour. I'm just going to go over that to blend it out. Now I don't think I did it all the way, so I'm just going to colour in this bit here with the light, just so it looks more even, because it doesn't look even at the moment. Oopsie. And then on this bit, the tail wing, we're going to go SU 300 again, which is just there like that. Then the Crumb Cake Dark, just over the edge, like so. And then over that with the Crumb Cake Light, blending it down. And then this area is all going to be Crumb Cake Light. I'm still in shot. I am still in shot. That's good. Imagine if I coloured this out of seeing the whole time, and then I'm just going to do a line underneath that edge of wild wheat, and then just blend that out as well. So now that's going to look a little bit odd because it's uneven, but that's just because it's drying even. One side's dry, one side's not. So you're gonna do it all at once. I did this a couple of weeks in advance, but hey, it's done. So that's gonna dry natural, and I'm just gonna quickly fussy cut this out. Now, just leaving a small edge for you guys to see, but I'm not gonna do this perfectly because you don't have all day. Off the excess, so it's not too heavy. Go in with the V. Now, I know I said earlier on, but you're probably sick of me using this stamp set, but I don't see anybody else using it, which is such a shame because it's such a lovely stamp set. But I don't think people like muffs. I don't like muffs. But nevertheless, muffs are good. I'm sure they have a purpose. Does anybody know the purpose of muffs? Like spiders are to keep flies away. I don't like spiders either. And spiders do not belong in my house. You can see here I'm just going round, cutting it out. But you guys can spend a lot longer making sure it's a lot neater and more even. But hey, no, I can't see. No, that looks okay, cool. So that's now cut out. So that's good to go. We can move that away, bring back our elements. Now this layer, because we've got the water, the glue, it has warped the edges a little bit, and you can see here I've got a little bit of a warping on the corner, which upsets me, I'm not gonna lie. But hey ho, we'll work with it. So I'm gonna flip that round and grab some mini dimensionals, not mini dimensionals, normal size dimensionals. I'm gonna pop them on the back in each four corner. The closer you get to the corner, the less warping you're gonna have. I'm gonna stick a few extra around, like so. Peel off the backs. And then bring in our card base, line it up, so it's in the centre, and then it's just a matter of layering up our other elements. So on the back of this, we're going to pop on some dimensionals. I love dimension. If you're new here, you'll rarely see me stick anything down with liquid glue. It will always be dimensionals. I think it just adds a little extra va-va-boom to any project. So I want to try and hide the white bits the best I can. If I pop that way, that's pretty much going to hide it, so that's good. Again, the moth is going to go on with dimensionals. Put that in the centre, like so. Oh, I've just realised I'm still zoomed in. What a silly sausage. Sorry guys, how annoying for you all. I do apologise. But there you have, you can see now it all. What a numpty. But anyway, so that's that bit done. Now we need a sentiment. So I'm just going to pop that up there. And I've got some early espresso cardstock. You can see I've already stamped one there, which I'm not going to use. We are going to do some stamping today. I'm just going to cut that off. So the sentiment, as I said, was from the gorgeously made stamp set. Just going to bring in my anti-static pad. Where's my Versamark? Versamark has been put away. Again. So Versamark, getting that out, ink it up, and just gonna stamp that down. Now with this sentiment, the text font, if you press too hard, it can not make it look very nice. So just be careful and be warned about that. I'm gonna sprinkle over the embossing powder. That's pretty even, so that's good. But I can be a little bit heavy-handed. So I'm just gonna heat emboss that now. And then let's just trim that down, and then we're nearly done. So I'm going to bring it into my trimmer. I am just going to line up the bottom edge so it's straight. Now you can do this on a much smaller piece if you wanted to, but I'm just going to do it like so. Again, let's just cut that down. So, scissors are caught. Just going to cut the ends down so we have a roughly even sentiment strip. That's not straight. And then I'm just going to cut a strip along the edge, like so. Pop that on the back. Peel that off. And pop that in the centre, like so. And then just to finish, I'm going to grab these pastel adhesive back sequins. Now you have big ones and you have small ones. I'm going to use some big ones, I'm going to use some small ones. I wish I had the right take-a-pick tool with me. We'll use this end. Oh, actually, no, we'll use this end because we have new ends for the take-a-pick tool. So you can see there we have a craft knife now, and we have this kind of, it feels a bit like a toothpick end. I'm not going to lie. But we can just pop that in, and pop that down there. behind. So we're bringing in the gold in the embellishments as well, which is fabulous because we all love a bit of bling. And then we're going to go to one side, free the other side because odd numbers are what? Perfect. And there you have today's project. The sun's on it a little bit, but there you go. If you have any questions about today's cards or the products used, please let me know. Full list of the products will be listed in the description bar. If you love it, if you like this video, not love it, that's a very big emotion. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If not, give this video a thumbs down so I know to do better next time. See you guys later. Bye.